day. What a sad freaking day. Welcome back to the Marvel and DC Theorist, and if you're new here, welcome. I actually wasn't going to upload any more videos for this channel today just because we already did a Spider-Man video and just kind of wanted to let that video breathe for the algorithm, and was just like, yeah, we'll upload tomorrow. We'll upload on Thursday before I go to work. Apparently, this news could not wait. Before we get into this, if you're new, do not forget to subscribe, turn on notification bells and alerts so you won't miss all types of content that goes down here at all of my channels. And once you do so, you will automatically be entered to enter the giveaway that I'm doing at 1K. Well, news just broke. We have official confirmation. It really does look like Zack Snyder's, characters that he cast, like Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, all these characters that were part of the quote-unquote Zack Snyder's Snyderverse. It seems like all these iterations are pretty much done. Well, James Gunn just took to Twitter maybe 45 minutes ago as of me recording this video with a whole bunch of tweets, and you guessed it, Henry Cavill is done as Superman. Henry Cavill actually took to Twitter to let people know that he was done and released a full statement. Well, it wasn't to Twitter, it was to his Instagram, but it was a very, very lengthy speech that is, in my opinion, is very, very like heartbreaking, just because, man, he's not going to be Superman anymore. So let's read this entire quote or post that Henry Cavill made, and then we're going to get into all those tweets that James Gunn just made. So this is what Henry Cavill says in this post on Instagram. I have just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October prior to the hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them and all involved with the new universe the best of luck and the happiest of fortunes. For those who have been by my side through the years, we can mourn for a bit, but then we must remember Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists, and the examples he set for us are still there. My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with you all, onward and upwards. James Gunn says, Peter and I have a DC slate ready to go, which we couldn't be more over the moon about. We'll be able to share some exciting information about our first projects at the beginning of the new year. Among those in the slate is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill. But we just had a great meeting with Henry, and we're big fans, and we're talking about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future. So there still could be room, just because of them wanting Jason Momoa as Lobo. There could be room for Henry Cavill, but I know everybody wants to see him as Superman. Some more details on a new Superman pick in the works, with James Gunn pinning Henry Cavill not to star Ben Affleck in talks to helm a future DC pick. So we hear with sources familiar to the scene that James Gunn and Peter Safran are in talks with Ben Affleck to stay in the DC universe, but as a director. Affleck is set to reprise his role as Batman in The Flash, which opens on June 16th. So he continues on. I believe this was confirmation that the one with Tenoch, not Tenoch, I always say the dude's name, J.J. Abrams, that's who it was. The Superman pick with J.J. Abrams is still in the works. This is just wild news, but it is looking like after this Flash movie with Ezra Miller, it really seems like with this Flash movie in particular that it's going to be getting a reboot. It's definitely getting a reboot after this Flash movie, most likely for a post-credit scene, just because of the events of Flashpoint. They could do that. Perfect movie to just reboot the entire DCEU, which you kind of have to start all the way over. If you it's kind of hard. This is really heartbreaking, just because there were some good aspects. I loved Henry Cavill's Superman. I loved Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. It's kind of like really weird, just because if you're going to reboot this whole DC, I brought Amanda Waller. We know Amanda Waller was from the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker series. Are you going to like write off Peacemaker? Since you're rebooting the whole DC, does that mean James Gunn Peacemaker? is getting rebooted, or are you just trying to keep those characters? That's just weird and a little bit selfish in my opinion. But we're gonna have to wait and see what this future is gonna be looking like. But it's a little bit shaky. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will catch y'all next video on live stream.